Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On 2nd down, it's Jones. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Jones. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, a 22. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, Green 39.
From the gun, Lawrence. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the pressure right. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Leopard!
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. That throw good for 4. It's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Buccaneers have it. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 52 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. A give to Jones. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And his kick is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. throwing on first down. Lawrence. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Lawrence going up top. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. And he puts it through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Detroit! Detroit!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
A first down carry here for Johnson. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Gun!
To throw on second down, Lawrence. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Detroit!
Throwing on 3rd and long, Lawrence. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A very solid gain of 27.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3 and out.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
On first down, Lawrence looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Rodgers. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
No. Check. Patriots.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. So 1:56 to play in this first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. The Bucs on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hey, 4 down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Back to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They go play action here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Partner, if we've heard it once, we've heard it 1,000 times. Don't throw late down the middle.
And he did. We see the end result.
Yeah, what you have to do is you've got to make sure you manipulate those defenders with your eyes and your head, maybe even some body movement to move them a little if you're going to come back late down the middle.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down, eluding the pressure right. And he comes back with one complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Gone! Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit! Gone!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it second and short. They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. Looking for the... And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up first and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Flushed out right. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. A dump underneath to Jones. And he gets it down to the 32. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And coughed it up, and the Buccaneers have it. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Gone!
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Forced out to his left. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. The Bucs on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And they convert on third with a gain of 22.
Lucky 56. Detroit.
Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Back to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Again, it's Kamara. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, it's tough time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Detroit! Gun!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a pitch out to Kamara. Finding room to the 20. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
I'm still an old-school football guy, and anytime you see a big-time running play, that fires me up. And if I'm on offense right now, in the position they're in now, inside the 10-yard line, I think after the way they've run it, they've set themselves up for a good play-action pass opportunity right here.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. They get it to him running left. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. And he will. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. He tried to keep it himself, but can't stretch his way in. And the Bucs defense, they'll celebrate the goal line stand. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back at New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. The give is to Jones. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll go again to Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On 3rd down, that's Jones. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will be taken at the 13. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 23, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Green 39! Green 39!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. He'll drop to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And the connection not there. Incomplete. Just 14 seconds down to the final couple of plays here. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up second down.
Good. All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 30, 20, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown.